Greetings to another video. Today's video I'm going to be talking to you about winter and summer nutrition on long rides or just while training, because I got asked this question on Instagram and I was like, that's a good question, because how I fuel on those rides in winter and summer is different, and so I thought I would give you some of my tips, some things that I do in those different seasons to kind of maybe help you. So I guess the first thing to look at is winter, because there are a couple of different problems that I kind of have in winter when fueling. So the first one is when you're out and it's cold, you burn so much more calories because it is just so cold. Your body's just trying to keep you warm, so you do kind of go through those calories a lot quicker. The other thing is, I find it personally, and I think it's probably going to be the same for most of you, is that it's a lot harder to physically eat stuff when you're on the bike because you've got thick gloves on, or you've got quite a few layers on, and it's harder to kind of get a bar out your pocket. And then the third thing is, I feel like I do not hydrate enough on the bike in winter, because when it's cold, like, you just feel like, I do anyway, like it's just not as nice to have like a cold drink when you're already cold. So the way I overcome that is, especially in winter obviously, is that I tend to drink my calories when I'm on the bike. So rather than going out on a long ride and taking like 5 or 6 bars or however many bars I would take, or other kinds of foods, I will generally just put, there's not much left, but I will generally just put sugar or like a carbohydrate drink in my water bottle, so that it's a lot easier to get in the calories when you're riding, because it is just hard. I remember once that was one of the worst bonk days of my life, because a few of us had cycled over. We were going to go watch was it the Tour of Britain? I don't know what it was. But anyway, it was icy, it was cold, it was snowy, and we went, and because I had my gloves on, I couldn't eat, and so I just completely bonked. I was crying. My friend was like trying to shove a Cliff Bar in my mouth, and I was like, I can't, I don't want to eat it. And he's like, you need to eat. So from then on, I learned that in winter, I need different strategies for being able to fuel on the bike. So yeah, I generally just put sugar in my bottle, or the other ones that I like, there's the High Five one I like, because it's got quite natural ingredients. It is basically just sugars in there. Or there's like a Beta Fuel one, I think that's SIS, or just good old sugar in your water bottle. So it's just easy just to be able to keep sipping as you're riding rather than having to stop for bars. So that's the first tip. The second tip kind of leads me on to that, is that I will make sure that I'm planning actual stops to be able to stop and eat a meal, like beans on toast or a jacket potato, or just something, rather than eating on the bike. I will try and plan an actual set stop on that long winter ride. One, because it means that you're getting like a good meal in, and two, obviously just to get out of the cold for a little bit, just to warm up. So in comparison to that, in summer, most of the stuff that I will be eating is going to be either bars or homemade energy bars. I've got a really good recipe for that. My friend Richie gave it me. It is the best recipe. I'm going to do a separate video on it. But yeah, so either like a homemade energy bar, or I will just be eating stuff out of my pockets while I'm on the bike. The other thing in summer that I do way more is I'm much more, on top of my electrolytes, because in summer I feel like, for me, I just need to have electrolytes, whereas in winter, I'll get onto that in a minute, but yeah, in summer, definitely needing the electrolytes and then eating more on the bike. So yeah, and I guess in summer as well, I'm riding a lot further, so I want that variety, whereas even my longer rides in winter aren't that long. So like, I don't know, 100, I did a couple of 200k days as well. But I can pretty much get through that on just like sugar water or energy drink water. But yeah, the other thing is indoor training in winter, because that is kind of more similar to summer riding, because you're indoors, you're sweating really hard. And so then I would use electrolytes. So if I'm doing really intense stuff on Zwift, or if you're on your turbo, then I would incorporate electrolytes into that, because you are just pumping a lot more out. And so yeah, I guess that's how I kind of work it summer, winter and indoor training. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, the one thing that I didn't mention is, so in winter, because I know I'm not drinking as much on the bike, I will make sure that I'm like really hydrated before I'm going out. So generally in the morning I'm drinking, I mean I should be doing this in summer, but more so in winter, I make sure that I'm drinking at least 1 or 2 litres of water before I'm going out on the bike, just so that I'm like fully hydrated, and drinking a litre of water before I go to bed as well. I might even do like because I feel like I've not really been hydrating properly, so I've been looking into maybe drinking like 3 or 4 litres a day, like a gallon a day. So I'm like, maybe I could do like a challenge about it and see if it actually makes any difference to either performance, weight, my skin, mood, like all that kind of stuff. So maybe I'll do like a hydration. If you're interested in that, if you are interested in it, if you want me to document it, then leave a comment below and I will do that. But I only started yesterday, so. But yeah, they are my tips for winter and summer nutrition and indoor turbo training nutrition. So yeah, if you've got any other tips that you think are helpful, leave them in the comments. I know a lot of people in winter actually take a flask on their bike to have like a warm drink. I don't do that. I would rather just go into a cafe or something, just grab a quick like cup of like tea or something instead. But yeah, that is it for me today. Also, another little update for you. Zwift rides. I've got 2 Zwift rides. I've got 3 coming up hopefully this month. 2 dates are definitely planned. So this coming Sunday, 16th, is it the 16th? Yeah, 16th. We're going to be doing a climb ride. So we're going to be doing Alpe de Zwift. The event is currently with Zwift, so that's not going to be on the app yet, but I will leave a link to it. I'll come back and leave a link to it on this video. So if you are wanting to do it, come back in like a day or something, and the event will be there, or follow me on Instagram. You'll be able to follow it from my bio profile on there. But yeah, that's going to be like a really steady climb up Alpe de Zwift. Really excited to do it. So I was like, come on, we need a climbing one. So that's going to be a social ride. If you want to go up and have a really steady go at it, you do that. I'm going to be doing it between like, I don't know, 2.5, 3.5 watts per kilo, but it doesn't matter. I want people just to have a go at it. I don't want people to feel like, oh, I'm not fast enough, or it's all about having a go at it. And even if you go and do a third of it, if you go and do a half of it, if you do all of it, like just go and have a go at it. So yeah, that's on the 16th. I'm going to do a social ride on the 25th of February as well. So that's a Tuesday night, I think. I'll double check, but I'm going to leave all the things, the event links below in the description box, and also on my Instagram. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's at Katie Kookaburra with a 1 on the end. And I might do a separate post on Instagram as well with those event links. But if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see definitely the dates. So yeah, that is it. So hopefully I'll be seeing you on Sunday for the Alpe de Zwift ride. Don't be put off. It is a lot of climbing, but it's fun. Take it at your own pace, and it's just all about joining together and just riding and having fun. And yes, right, I'm off. I will see you next video.